Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are. My name is Leticia and welcome to the channel. Well, today we're going to talk a little bit about cool tone makeup versus warm tone makeup. I am a deep winter. I did my color analysis, not in person yet. I'm still looking for a good service here in Toronto, but I did it online more than once. I had it confirmed. I changed my whole wardrobe, so I'm pretty sure of what I am, at least in being in the winter family, which is usually high saturation, cold tones. Because I'm a deep winter, I am neutral cold. I'm not totally neutral, right? Like there's no such thing. It's very, 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 very rare. Never found one. But I'm very close to neutral, but in the cold scale. And most of my features are very contrasty, dynamic, and cold and deep, whatever. You get the drift. And because I have those features, I thought it would be very interesting for us to apply makeup. Half of my face, cold makeup, cool tone makeup, and the other half, warm tone makeup, and compare how you think it would look and how it looks in the end, like comparing. Because when you apply the whole face in just one color family, or, just neutral warms and just, one whole family, you can't really compare what is it doing to your features, what is it doing to your colors. So that's what I'm going to do today. And if you want to check it out, keep watching. So, coffee first. For me, it's early morning. It's winter, so I have to have my, helper lights on. It's not like the best lighting, but I've tried this before. I know it's good enough to show you the differences and make you reflect a little bit about this. I come to you already with my base makeup, concealer, and a little bit of foundation. I don't use much, but it's already on, and my eyebrows are already on because those things don't really change. I would also put my, my mascara on because that won't change, but I'd rather do that after the eyes. And just as a little bit of refresher, just so you guys remember, you might never watch the videos. I want to link them up here. The videos I talk about color and I explain how to find your own color season, all of that jazz. But I'm going to refresh to you what would be my perfect colors. So we have like a big one here. So this is deep winter, right? Let me do it like this. So midway between winter and autumn. So technically I am able to use some of the autumn colors, which is like some of the teals and even maybe some of the reddish maroon colors. I don't like them on me because I think even though I'm a deep winter, I go too close to the clear winter. I do look better in the brights if I compare to the warms. So I know everyone's different. No one is like just so general. Everyone has like their best colors. Also neutral, neutralish undertone, high intensity, low to medium contrast, and dark. So you can see here, have lots of reds, purples, blues, some teals, greens, like literally one yellow, which is the acid yellow, which is the only yellow that is perceived as being colder because it has a lot of blue, but still a yellow, not a green. Then some reds, neutrals, color of skin, which we have to be really careful as a deep winter because pastels can wash us out. We have to be really careful. Some brown, maroons, browns. I absolutely hate brown color preference. I don't use brown ever, period, except for eye makeup and in very cold browns, and then some neutrals and grays. So what I'm trying to do is focusing on those for one side of my face and the opposite of those, basically warm colors for the other side of my face. So it's not a beauty tutorial, it's not a makeup tutorial, so I'm gonna apply and compare the difference. So for this exercise, I thought that having those two small palettes, the taupe and the nude, which is like warm nudes from Essence, would be great to compare because they don't vary in quality since they're the same brand, and I don't have that many shades to choose from, but technically both of those will give me a very good comparison. So we have the taupes in the warm nudes, and they're clearly contrasting, as you can see. I guess like this. Let's go. So I just applied the MAC Paint Potting Painterly just to give a base so the colors show up very well, because Essence is not like the best quality out there. So I just want to make sure that the colors really pop and you can see them and compare them very well. So there we go, we have the transition shade down, which is usually the medium light shade that you apply in relation to your skin, obviously, in your concave. So just like giving it a base. And you can see I have the cold one here and the warm one here. And you probably can see, hopefully you can see how this one harmonizes with my skin, while this one just look kind of orangey. Even though you can clearly tell that it's not super orangey, but on me, because I'm neutral to cold, it will look orangey, much orangey than it should. So I'm gonna do very simple eyes, kind of like a little bit demarcation in the concave, a little bit of smoky, and a little bit of light in the inner corner, which is my go-to. It's really easy to compare and hopefully easy to adjust later, because I will need it. There you go, the darkest shades down. I had to supplement with the e.l.f. New Classics Darling because the Warm Essence palette didn't go warm enough. I'm trying to use this one. So I wanted to give it a fair comparison. So if I dark one side, I should darken the other, even though it's a warm color. And there are many things going on here, if you can, stop a little second just to compare, because cold colors usually make something smaller and make something look like it's receding from the eyes, while the warm have the opposite effect. So the warm colors make it look closer and make it look bigger, right? So there is also the fact that the cold colors will always do better job of creating a concave and a darkening, and also making, like smaller and creating that impression of the cat eyes, for a, lack of a better word. But this one does look super orange on me. Like, I'm trying to do my best, but you can even notice my under eyes, they suddenly are back, while this one, it looks a little more like smoother, like integrated with the makeup. Of course, dark circles are kind of cold, but this one makes it pop even worse, which, not the best. I haven't finished yet, and looking like this, it's gonna be hard to make them look similar in the end. Hopefully I'll be able to make it. Pray for me. Something else that I wanted to comment on, I am trying to use the same brushes, so application is not what's making it different. Of course, I'm cleaning the brushes on a towel here, so I don't transfer the color, otherwise it will all get just, muddy. And now I try to deepen a little bit more. This color is actually a little colder, it's more like a taupe purple, so it will help this eye to look better. It's kind of a cheat, but that's the only one I had to be able to, actually darken it a little bit while I darken this one. Now we're going for the toppers, which is the lighter medium ones that I use usually in the center and in the inner corners, and then just a general blend. I'm not focusing on application techniques, application quality. I'm focusing on the color, right? So it's like not a tutorial. Don't follow. I'm doing it very fast just so you can clearly see the color and the differences. And now the inner corners. For the inner corner of the warm, I also have to complement here with the e.l.f. because this one doesn't have as much mattes, it's only 2 mattes, and this one's too dark to be in a corner for me. And now we're just blending and doing, you know, final touches. This is absolutely not my best work as terms of application, in terms of application, but if you look at me, you understand what I was saying. So this eye looks a little bit dirty. It looks a little bit muddied. It looks like, oh, it's kind of orangey, isn't it? While this one looks like a smoky. It looks better. It makes my under eyes look less visible and less puffy too. That's something that I think was very interesting the first time I did the experiment, like side by side, is that this eye always makes it look puffier. Like this part, it's always puffy on me, it's my anatomy, but it's like it makes it look puffier, and that's really crazy. Now we're going for blushes and lips, and you will be able to get an overall understanding of what's going on. So for blushes, I always do first a cream one and then a powder one. So first I'm gonna use Milk Raleigh, which is a pretty pink. And this one's kind of harder to see, but it's like a coral, kind of nudie actually, but on me it's gonna look a little more coral, you're gonna say. I haven't applied any powder yet except for the eyes. So cold side, warm side. While both of them are really pretty, healthy colors, there's something really crazy is going on here, at least for me, because every time I think about warm colors, cold colors, warm colors should make you look, you know, if you apply it on your cheeks, it should make them look plumpier and juicier and, you know, fuller and younger, let's say. Like if you go for the makes it look bigger, makes it look closer, but it doesn't. On me, it doesn't. I don't know if you can tell, but when I look at this side, at least for me, this cheek is much plumpier and much healthier and even higher. It's like I'm younger on this side, while this side, it's kind of like droopy and muddy and not as pretty. This side, even though it's cold colors, it's actually not bringing me down, not making my eyes look smaller at all. If anything, sorry, cat hair. It's making my eyes and my skin look younger, fresher, and more elegant. Can you see too? Am I crazy? Comment, leave a comment down below. Now, I'm not gonna apply the powder because that will be extremely hard to correct after, and I don't wanna walk around like this during the whole day. And I think you can probably already tell the differences, but we're going for the lips too. So I have, again, a cold and a warm version of the same product. Very clearly colder and warmer. So this is basically almost an orange rusty, and this is a pink. It's an e.l.f. Sheer Sleek. I use them a lot. Actually, I use the pink one much more because it looks better on me, blah, blah. But let's do this. Let's compare. The pink one, I still think it's too pink on me, but even that's gonna look better than the other one, you see. Honestly, the lips don't look horrible. Like the brown side, the pink side, I think this is a little bit too pink. We can blot it a little bit. What do you think? I think this eye looks sad. This cheek looks kind of like small and empty. It's sad too. And this lips, like honestly, the lips for me, it's less difference, but I still feel like these lips look a little bit sadder. While this one, even though it's a little bit too pinky, I would go for a reddish or something a little more, you know, like nuanced. It does make me look better overall. What are your thoughts? Now I'm just gonna finish the eyes. So here we are. I finished both of my eyes the way I always do, with a little bit of tight lining using dark brown, a cool brown, black mascara on the top and bottom, and I try to make the application, you know, as uniform and the same as possible. So it's not the application, it's not the brush, it's the colors. I hope you like this experience. Now I'm going to make it uniform, but I think you can see pretty well. I can see through the mirror. This side looks younger, looks a little more smoother, looks better. Though, a warning here, I am neutral to cold, I am not super cold. I think that this will make much more difference if you have more extreme tones. So if you are more cooler or more warmer, you know, like it's a spectrum. So suppose you are here or here in the cool or in the super warm, this will make much more difference for you. And it doesn't mean that you can't use warm if you're cold or cold if you're warm, but when you use it, it will be a pop and it will throw your game a little bit off. If you want like simple, easy makeup that makes you look great instantaneously, go with your colors. If you want to be more creative and play with color and create more contrast and, you know, like bring some things, you know, a little bit forward, blah, 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 you can, but be conscious of what you're doing because you might create a different thing than you were thinking about, because colors are not just colors out of nowhere, right? They interact with our own colors, even like the clothes we're wearing and, you know, hair and other things. So take those into consideration, because you can see it could go pretty good, pretty well, it could be very bad. It's not like I don't look horrible, okay? Again, I am very close to the neutral scale. This is not orange, it's a nudish orange. So it's not gonna do that much difference. But if I were to wear orange in this eye and blue on this, it would be even stronger, the difference. But still, I'm neutral. If I was leaning a little more colder, the difference would increase. And if I was very warm, this side will look worse than this side. Well, at least that's my theory. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you like this experience. Also, let me know what coloring you are down in the comment box, because I am only one type. You know, I can relate to other winters, even some summers, but you know, warm colors are not really my thing. They don't really look good at me, even though I love them and I used to wear them a lot before all this. There are some lovely ones. So let me know in the comment box what are your thoughts about all of this. Thank you for watching, commenting, subscribing, liking, all of that jazz. And most importantly, have an awesome day. See you in the next one. Bye.